What is up, AFC South Roundtable supporters and AFC South fans? For the shoe, am I right? I mean, what a meltdown are we watching right now before us with the Indianapolis Colts going from riding high, first place in the AFC, to just melting down the stretch here potentially, and maybe not making the playoffs. We'll see how it plays out. Houston Texans riding high, Jaguars. Oh my gosh, Jaguars and Colts match up this week. And then we've got the Tennessee Titans, which we're not going to talk about. All right, listen. Let me bring in all the hosts. The best we've got Michael. Fellas, good to see you. All right, listen, look at this guy. Man, you
is it just me or
the division? Yeah, I was about to say, are we in a daft?
But I'm gonna take this, a robot right now.
I'm gonna take don't this. Worry, don't worry. You
was shouting me out. Stream, hey, let's go Duval. Duval, first place in the AFC South right now.
Here,
look at me. Look at me. I'm in the left panel. I'm just, Rods. You guys are over here. I'm over here. We're Jaguars running this division now.
Are we live? I wasn't paying attention. Are we live?
Hey, what book? Okay. What book you reading over there? Let's take a look at that.
That's how to go from master to class.
Oh dear,
it's an interesting read. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
don't mind me. I'm right.
What's the specifics of it? Like, can you give us some pointers on how to go from ass to class?
Oh, just your basic essentials. Be aggressive. Develop your players.
Swarm.
Just A to B stuff.
Swarm, baby, swarm. All right, so but there, let's not take the attention off of you, okay?
No, let's not because this one
why you guys gotta
we haven't. This is an offense.
All right, I understand.
Peyton Manning couldn't even do. Andrew Luck couldn't even do. Oh my God! A king never crowns himself, Derek. We'll wait for our host to come in. I mean, you're as red as your orange sweater. What's going on, buddy?
All right.
And I gotta admit, I think I've said so. 3 weeks ago I was on a cruise ship, right? I got drunk. I did a lot of dumb stuff, but easily the dumbest thing I did was give the Colts the AFC South crown. I gave it to you, Derek, and I think Ruben did too. Yep. I don't know what was wrong with me. But right now it's looking a little bit rough over there.
It is rough over here.
Yeah, we need a host right now because we're gonna go a little bit crazy over here.
Yeah, we're.
I mean, we can just go right into it until Jesse gets back here.
There needs to be structure in this ass whooping that's about to happen.
Oh, please.
Take it easy, guys. Don't make him crack his fibula.
Okay, we'll do this. Okay.
Fracture that fibula, brother. That thing is certainly not but I will say this. I think a lot of people are trying to make it out as something more than what it actually is. Obviously, a partially fractured fibula is definitely not something you want to be dealing with right now at this time. But I don't really think that it's actually like doing as much damage to Daniel Jones as what people think it is. I just think right now, I think the biggest problem is just the play calling. I think it's the game management. I think it's the play calling. And at times it's the execution. I mean, just from everyone. Offensive line isn't really doing insanely great recently. Receivers are dropping passes all of a sudden. Obviously, Daniel Jones has had quite a few more throws recently that, he would like to have back. But, I mean, for the most part for Sunday, I obviously the offense itself, I thought we were moving the ball relatively well at times. I think we just ended up having some major issues. Hey, he's back.
Go ahead.
Internet crapped out.
Oh, yeah, no, a Colts fan sniped me. I'm pretty sure of it. I deserved it, I'm sure.
I think it was an inside job. Dalton just can't be happy with not being on top and just running everything.
Yeah, I was going back into last year mode when I was 2-10 running the show, but it's okay.
Where are we at? Are we recapping the game right now? Is that what's going on? I don't want to take away from Derek.
We're just saying whatever.
I don't know, dude. It got pretty wild in here not having a parent. I'll say that.
Wow. I wouldn't expect anything else. All right. Well, listen. Let's get into the recap of the games. we'll start with the Jaguars and Titans because we know that everybody wants to talk Texans, Colts right now. We're going to start with the Titans and the Jaguars. Michael, I know this is not where you wanted to start the show, brother, but here we are. Jaguars smack the Titans 25-3. What are your thoughts, brother?
My thoughts are there was a game. The Jaguars showed up. The Titans didn't. So we'll just keep it A and B simple. It's just frustrating. I mean, I'll just put it this way. I'm just like Abdul Carter right now. Everything's just not showing up. And if it's not showing up, it's just hard. But, we'll just do whatever we can do to get through the season. And shout out to Dalton. They handled business. Hopefully this upcoming next 5 games, at least we can continue to evaluate and just proceed going forward. I mean, Cam Ward's going to be the guy going forward regardless. So we're just trying to get to the finish line, get a head coach hired, and let Mike Borgonzi do what Borgonzi's got to do.
Man, how
I feel like this is Michael right now.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Yeah, that's what Michael's here. Michael's here for that right now. He's on that tip. I get it, man. I totally get it. It's got to be a little depressing. I will say though, when a team is bad during the season, it's always rough. The off season though, that's when you get to shine because then the draft content's on fire. Who's going to be the next head coach, that's on fire. Free agency's on fire. So the offseason content's going to be great. I know it doesn't feel good now, but Michael, you will have your day in the sun. I promise, brother. Just hang tight, all right? Just hang tight through the season. We'll get you. We'll get you.
I'm already lined up for all the draft stuff and all the off-season stuff. So let's just face it. I'm just trying to get through these next 5 games.
Hey, how's that
Totally
Tankathon
understandable.
looking? How's that Tankathon looking?
Tankathon, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, we got a pretty interesting game coming up, so but we'll talk more about that later. I don't want to give away the dead end. So,
All right. Well, listen, Tankapalooza 2025 right around the corner. I got it. All right, Dalton, we do got to talk about your Jags though, because Jags go in, they get it done. This now puts you in a position where if you beat the Colts this upcoming week, you guys are in sole position of first place in the division. Brother, a few short weeks ago, man, it seemed a little doom and gloom coming from Jaguars fans. But right now, you guys are riding super, super high. Talk to me about this game.
Yeah, it's been a good little ride here, man. I mean, 3 wins in a row, winning 4 out of the last 5. And with this Titans game, we were all really looking forward to this Titans game because, we got to see the Colts pick up 2 easy W's against them. We got to see the Texans get up 2 easy W's against them. And the Jaguars didn't really get their shot at them, right? And the Jaguars went in there and just, it took care of business. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't like, we were blown away or anything, but the final score is 25-3. The Jaguars basically just started sitting on it in the third quarter. And just, golly, right now, the Titans, I haven't watched a full game of them until really this one. I mean, I've watched, of course, bits and pieces, but man, they're as bad as I've ever seen them. And we're in a situation where like, they're somehow, I feel like, worse than last year. And I look at this team and I think like, who are the legit building blocks on the team? And like offensively, I mean, outside of Cam Ward, I don't know if there's a single true building block, a guy that we could see being there in like 2 years. It's extremely rough over there for him. And it almost makes you worried for Cam Ward. Is it a situation where, if they get the number 1 overall pick again next year, I'm not talking 2027, do they just say, okay, like, thank you, Cam Ward, for leading us, but we're going to move on to a different guy? It's wild because I don't know if they're going to be competitive next year either. So, I mean, we'll have to see with that one. But this year, it's been with the Jaguars, it's been obviously a lot of fun. I mean, 8-4 right now. Not a lot of people really expected it. I know preseason I was like, 8-9, 9-8, but now the Jaguars are in a really good position, and it's all shaping out this weekend, man, where the Jaguars, Colts, both 8-4. The Jaguars right now technically hold the tiebreaker because of common opponents, but I mean, is what it is. The Jaguars and Colts play 2 more times, so it's going to come down to that. But man, like the Jaguars right now riding an ultimate high. The Colts right now they're going to play desperate for sure. But they don't know what they're running into Sunday, man. This team is hungry. We're going to be rocking the Prowler uniforms. The Jaguars don't lose in these things. Heck, we broke the Texans curse at home wearing these things. So it's going to be a crazy environment over there in Jacksonville. But golly, it's really good times right now for sure.
Well, I think this is where the major advantage comes in, right? Because you just talked about with the Texans, you guys are 2-0 against the Texans. So you got that.
1-1.
Oh, 1-1. 1-1. Sorry. 1-1. Sorry. 1-1.
If the game was three quarters, we'd have it going on, baby.
I thought the Colts were going to be 0-2. But either way, that's still a possibility. The Colts could be 0-2 versus the Texans. And then you guys would have tiebreakers no matter what. So that's a possibility, right? So
yeah. Well, and also you just look at the upcoming schedule. I mean, it's brutal for the Colts, man. And the Jaguars still get the Titans again. They get the Jets. Colts.
When do the Colts and Texans play again? Is that the final week of the season?
Week 18.
Yeah, it's the final 2 weeks that we play the Jaguars,
and then the Texans.
Yeah,
and you guys can duke it out. I'll go over here and play patty cake with Michael.
Oh no, it'll be settled. It'll be settled by week 18, I think.
That's what's crazy is that week could really be a decider for which team makes the playoffs.
That's why they don't have a time on it yet. They're waiting to see if that's a worthy of a prime time game, which it probably will be.
Yeah, they're doing that across the league right now. It's week 18 shaping up to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of tiebreakers that need to happen. But what we do know is the Texans and Colts already did play, and they played this week to the tune of the Texans bringing a 20-16 victory, beating the Colts. So listen, we got to start with the winner here. Ruben, you, the floor is yours, man. Talk to me about this game. I got to say, I got a DM. I'm not going to say from who. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but I got a DM. It was around week 3-ish. We were previewing week 3. I do remember watching this video and this situation in week 3 where Derek Stingley was put to trial by one Derek, and Derek said that there's no way that Stingley is going to be able to keep up when these guys play. I don't know how that went. You tell me how the matchup. I don't have. I can find it. I can probably pull it up pretty quick here. But listen, I just
I'll
it
pull it up on the slide
exists.
I have admin access.
Oh, you got the same DM. You got the same DM.
Yeah, you
Okay.
talk.
Yeah,
and then I'll throw this up here.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, Ruben, this is the floor is yours, brother. You guys won. Talk to me.
Yeah, so it's basically what we've been trying to tell Indianapolis and Derek, that you guys are frauds. That when it comes down to it, when you go up against a good defense, when you go up against a good team, you are gonna fold. All year I've been hearing about how great this Colts offense is, how great Jonathan Taylor is, how great Daniel Jones is. Absolutely shut down. The Colts were undefeated at home. Not no more, says the Houston Texans. We've been saying this all season that the Colts are frauds. You know what? Bring this up. Bring this up before I keep on going, Derek.
Okay. This is up here.
Ooh,
okay,
receipts.
Let's play it.
Colts for the Super Bowl says Colts cooked PS2, Stingless and Hunter stand no chance. All right.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait. Derek, I can't wait.
Daniel Jones cooked Patrick Surtain in that game. Your guy stands no chance.
Okay.
Dude,
No
Derek,
chance.
Listen, and when you get stomped, all these Colts fans, you're gonna scatter like roaches. I can't wait.
Sure.
I'll be honest with you guys. I feel bad for Derek in a way because Derek is so emotional. He's on such a high right now.
Oh,
the
100%, baby.
The Colts aren't making the playoffs, dude. When they go downhill,
when a team goes 2-0,
when they
have a
spiral
75%
downhill,
chance of making the playoffs, right?
when they spiral downhill, you are going to be
any of
insufferable. You're not going to know what is
Why
going on.
are you
bro.
talking about my playoff chances? Worry about your own playoff chances, Trevor.
I'm not talking about the Jaguars. I'm talking about you because you are extremely cocky for a team that, quite frankly, I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's very good.
And it's what we've been trying to tell them all year, but they refuse to believe it. And they've lost 3 out of their last 4. They just looked horrible on offense. This was the first game all year where Indianapolis did not score 20 points absolutely shut out by the Houston Texans defense. And I know Derek's not even going to talk about that. He's going to talk about the referees. He's going to say that you should have had a flag on the delay of game. That wasn't pass interference. That immediately is going to give him a score. He's not going to talk about the Houston Texans out-passing the Indianapolis Colts. He's not going to talk about the Houston Texans out-rushing the Indianapolis Colts. This was a swing of momentum. Derek doesn't even have confidence in his team. The Houston Texans, though, this is the best defense in the NFL. This is a Super Bowl caliber defense. He looked as quarter 1 and 2, but in quarters 3 and 4, he looked like the CJ Stroud that run offensive rookie of the year. This Houston Texans team. Dalton talked about his team. The vibes are high. The vibes here are immaculate. Now you have an opportunity on Sunday to eliminate the Kansas City Chiefs. Then things get really scary for the Houston Texans. You went into what's it called again? No, it's called the Stroud House. CJ Stroud 4-1 against the Indianapolis Colts. What else is there to be said? Texans take care of business, like I've been saying all year.
Oh man, this is not pretty. I gotta say, you know, we haven't yet previewed the games, but if the Texans can put the nail in the coffin to the Kansas City Chiefs, I think everybody would celebrate that. Maybe not everybody in the AFC South, but everybody else, every other fan of every other team, celebrating the hell out of that one. So we're all low-key Texans fans this upcoming weekend. Derek, maybe not you. You may not be a Texans fan. This one was a heartbreaker for sure. Luckily, you get one more stab at it in week 18. You got the Jaguars coming up. As bad as it's been, brother, as bad as it's been, a win against the Jaguars could certainly turn things around real quick, reestablish order within the division with the Colts up top. But right now, this one stings, or should I say stinglies. Talk to me about this one.
Well, I wasn't going to bring the refs up until Ruben brought it up. I mean, if you want to bring the refs up in this, which again, I wasn't going to do, we lost this game for another reason. But again, your most faithful player in your franchise's history even called out the NFL saying how atrocious those refs were in that game. That's all I'm going to say. National media was saying it. The announcers were saying it. It was a bad product. I'm not going to go any further than that. Ultimately, the biggest problem that resulted from this game, it came down to a missed extra point. It literally came down to a missed extra point because at that point, when the Colts scored a touchdown, after every single touchdown we scored in this game, the defense gave up a touchdown immediately after, but because we missed the extra point, we were continuously down by 4 points rather than 3. So at the end of that game, when there was 2 minutes left on the clock and we were down at the 28-yard line where we could have kicked a field goal to tie the game at 20 apiece, because Ruben's saying, oh, we never scored 20 points. We would have had our kicker actually been able to make an extra point. He missed 3 extra points in the 7 games that he's been with us. So that's why he's no longer on the team anymore. So ultimately, who knows what would have happened if the Indianapolis Colts would have tied that game. Situationally, that game is completely different if Michael Badgley doesn't screw us yet again with another extra point. And I mean, honestly, kudos to CJ Stroud and the Houston offense. They did what Indianapolis normally does, which is, you know, they're able to move the ball down the field. I will say this, the Colts, they weren't able to stay on the field long enough. You guys had, I'm pretty sure it was like 20 more plays than us in this game. You had the time of possession for the most part. I mean, again, it didn't come down to, none of your running backs were actually better than Jonathan Taylor. They had 8 more carries than he did in this game and had a grand total like 8 more yards than he did. So I don't even want to hear about how their rushing attack was better. They just committed to the run more than the Indianapolis Colts did, which again is a Shane Steichen problem over the last month. of not getting Jonathan Taylor involved. He's only gotten Jonathan Taylor involved in one of the last 4 games, and it's the only game in which we actually won, was against Atlanta when we decided to give him the ball 30 times in that game. It was not the same situation in this regard. The Colts continue to shoot themselves in the foot with self-inflicted wounds. The Colts were in this game for the majority of it. We were actually leading this game for a decent chunk of it in the second half. So, I mean, ultimately, I don't understand where this whole – nobody dominated anyone. The Indianapolis Colts self-inflicted.
You're the number one offense in the NFL, Derek. You got shut out. You were the number one offense in the NFL.
They actually need
you got shut out in your house.
They
undefeated in your house.
3rd down and 10.
Couldn't score 20 points.
They passed it twice on a 1st down and 2nd down in Houston territory, ran the ball on a 3rd and 10, got no yardage, and proceeded to punt it at that point. That was a wasted drive by Shane Steichen. It is, again, because Daniel Jones was only sacked once in this game. So, I mean, it's not like they were getting consistent pressure on Daniel Jones. Outside of the first quarter, Daniel Jones wasn't getting touched all game. So it wasn't that. And, I mean, Jonathan Taylor was still averaging 4 yards carry. And it's not like he got a lot of great runs. I mean, they were consistently going down the field. It's just that we didn't call another good offensive game plan, and our kickers screwed us early in this game by putting us behind.
Can you repeat that?
Please don't.
Okay.
Number one offense in the NFL. Absolutely shut out in their house. In their house.
Derek, let me ask you this, because there's a little bit of a bigger problem happening. Right now, the Colts have lost 3 of 4. Their only win was overseas against a very bad Falcons team.
Yeah.
Overall, how concerned are you that this team might miss the playoffs? 1 to 10. 10 being the most concerned, 1 being the least concerned.
Right now, I mean, I'm at an 8 because I mean, literally, you went from, if you had won this game, you have a 90% chance of making the playoffs. Now you're sitting here at a 71% chance. And with the division on the line right now, and with the potential, if you do lose this game, worst possible scenario for Indianapolis, you could be the 8th seed at the end of this weekend if you lose. There's a possibility where the Colts are not in the playoff picture after this weekend if we lose. And you're at the point now where you went from a 92% chance to make the playoffs just a month ago to now you could potentially be out of the playoff picture. And the schedule, like Dalton keeps saying, it's not getting any easier for the Indianapolis Colts. They're going to face 2 very good teams upcoming after that. And then you got to face your 2 divisional opponents yet again to end out your schedule. And obviously, if Jacksonville keeps winning games, then I will say this. If the Colts lose this weekend, they will not win the AFC South. They won't win the AFC South. There's no way that we win 3 out of our last 4 to keep it interesting. And that's if the Jacksonville only wins 2 out of their last 4, which I don't think that they will do that because they only have 2 real strong opponents potentially after that. So I really think that it is very concerning with the Indianapolis Colts with the way they have just continuously dropped over these last 5 weeks.
Derek, in 250 words or less, who is most to blame for what's going on for the Colts right now, or the Colts?
Shane Steichen, I would say for the most part, is the problem with this. And I mean, it's just not playing complementary football.
I want to remind everybody, super chats, everything we'll get to at the halfway point in the show, which we are getting very, very close to. But before we get there, I do want to run back a segment that we had a couple weeks ago because, my gosh, how things have changed in just a couple of short weeks. So, Michael, I'm going to start with you because you have an unbiased opinion in this. Tell me how this division finishes 1 through 3 with the Colts, the Texans, and the Jags. What order does it finish in your opinion?
I mean, looking at the Colts situation right now, you're hoping that they can try and get back on track. I feel like Jonathan Taylor's going to get a heavier workload as the season finishes out. But I mean, you just got to look at the hot hands right now. I mean, the Jaguars are heating up at the right time and the Texans are heating up at the right time. So I think you kind of got to basically just look at the situation that's playing out. The Jaguars and the Texans right now seem to be on a trajectory upward. And for the Colts right now, they're trying to just weather the storm at this point. But, I got to go with defense. Defenses win championships, so I'm going to stick with my original pick. I think Houston's probably going to finish it out and shock everybody.
Oh, I like this. All right. Ruben, let's go with you. He picked your Texans. Are you going to do the same?
Yeah, how can I not? Winners of their last 4. And when you look at the last 4 weeks, wins against the Jaguars, wins against the Bills, and win against the Colts, right now you're on one of, your best runs in regular season history. And you could, implement, you could put a stamp on that, amplify that with the win against Kansas City. So your pelts on the wall would be wins against playoff teams, playoff quarterbacks, MVP, Super Bowl winning coach. This Houston Texans defense, like I said, is the best in the NFL. They're going to continue to keep you in games. It looks like C.J. Stroud is going to be able to play some good football going forward. How can I not go with the Houston Texans after what they've done the previous weeks?
All right. Dalton. Well, okay, then who's 2 and 3? Is it the Jags or the
Yeah.
Colts?
2 is going to be Jacksonville, and I do think they make the playoffs. I think it was going to continue to be a collapse by the Colts, and their schedule. We've been talking about it for damn near a month now of how hard it gets. Now it's here, and reality is setting in. Momentum for all 3 of these teams have shifted, since Sunday.
All right, Dalton, talk to me, man. How does this thing finish 1 through 3?
I mean, honestly, this Sunday, I think it's going to really determine it because the Texans, they don't control their own destiny. The Jaguars do. I mean, the Texans will need some help from either team, the Jaguars or Colts. And the thing is that the Jaguars win this one. 4 games left, 2 of those games against the Jets and the Titans, right? And you have the Colts and Broncos again, both who look beatable. So I'm going to go with the Jaguars right now. I mean, the Jaguars are extremely hot right now. The Jaguars are starting to play some of their best football right now. You're on a really good streak right now. You're playing against a Colts team who I think is actually a really good matchup for the Jaguars. I think Houston ends up number 2. Houston, they're heating up at the right time too. The defense definitely scares me. Their remaining schedule isn't as tough as the Colts, but I mean this Sunday's big for both sides. Obviously, Colts and Jacksonville. That enough said on that one. But the Texans are out here playing the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I mean the Chiefs are desperate. So if you're in a situation where like you have 2 big games that have huge playoff implications. So yeah, I got to pick the Jaguars on top. I just think they're in the best situation going forward. First of all, you got a game up on the Texans with 5 games left, and just with the way the schedule is playing out. So yeah, I'm going Jaguars, then Texans, then Colts.
Jets are tricky though. They've been pretty tricky this season.
No, they're tricky, but if you're better than them, you should beat them. But yeah, I mean, in the NFL, you can't take any opponent lightly. Obviously, the Jaguars went to overtime with the Cardinals and went to overtime with the Raiders, but that's the name of the game in the NFL, man. It comes down to a lot of close games, and usually in the close games, the better teams win, right? And the Jaguars have been in these must-score situations many, many times this year, and they win the game. It's been nice.
I mean,
all right, Derek, talk to me. How does this division finish out?
I think the Jags will end up as the number 1 in the AFC South. Like Dalton said, they're playing some of their best football right now. And with the way their schedule goes, odds are they probably beat us at least one time going forward. And, their toughest opponent outside of that is the Chargers. Or no, that's not the Chargers. Who do you guys have?
We have Colts twice and Broncos.
Oh yeah, Broncos. That's it.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, outside of the Broncos, they got a lot of easier opponents. So I think that Jacksonville will end up with at least 11 wins. I think the Colts can still stay at the number 2 in the AFC South. They'll squeak in. I think that they're still capable of winning at least 3 of their last 5 potentially. And the Texans have a longer way to go because they have a couple of stronger opponents coming up as well, and they are still a game behind, so they have that to work with. But I do think all these teams will likely make the playoffs. But I think that it'll be Jags 1, Colts 2, and Texans 3.
I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Boy, oh boy. All right. Well, listen.
What do you think? What do you think, host?
Real interesting.
Oh, host thinks
man,
Texans.
listen.
Host thinks Texans.
No. He shitted on me all year. He's gonna pick you.
It's tough because who do the Texans have left? Give me their schedule.
Okay,
They got
so
the
after
Chiefs,
the
the Colts.
We got the Chargers.
Uh-huh.
We got the Raiders,
Uh-huh.
the Cardinals,
Uh-huh.
and then the Colts. Like,
I'm gonna go Jags, Texans, Colts.
Wow.
Jags, Texans.
Wow. So
Yeah.
we have
I
a
just
bunch
think
of
well, it's going to be hard just because it's going to be hard to make up that game. You know what I mean? I just think that one game is going to be tough to make up for the Texans at this point. Like you're going to need some extra help, and I don't know that you're going to get it because of the Jags schedule. But listen, if all 3 teams make the playoffs, who do I think is the scariest to play? I would go Texans, man. I think CJ Stroud's the best quarterback on any of the 3 teams. I've thought that for a long time. And that defense is just too much. It's too much to deal with. So I would say the Texans are the scariest of the 3 teams if they can all get in.
Bro, that would be awesome if 3 teams got in. Oh my God.
Yeah.
This round
I
table.
call the Colts first.
Hey, we'll take the Chargers if we want.
All right, I'll meet you in round 2 in Houston.
Right.
I'll just be watching the damn thing, so whatever.
Look at Derek. Look at the confidence on Derek. Like it's just gone.
I mean, I appreciate the realism though. I appreciate the realism. I can't even troll him anymore because that was a very
No, he's being realistic. He's being realistic.
I mean, that was me
what's
3 weeks ago when I handed him the division.
You know what's crazy is at the beginning of the season, Derek picked him to go, I think 9-8. And now, like 10-7 would be a super disappointment based off of how they started. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's crazy how things
it's
change.
all because of based on how they started. You're right. I was like, most Colts fans, if you were 8-4 through the first 13 weeks, most people would be very happy with that. But the problem is we would feel so much better about it if we started off being kind of like where the Texans were or what the Jags were dealing with. And then all of a sudden you start ascending late, but it's really bad right now.
All right. Well, listen, we got to hear from our sponsors over at Sleeper. You can get a 100% deposit match of up to $100 using promo code RTS. Link is pinned to the top of the description. So check them out. Sleeper is the fastest growing fantasy app out there. You can play daily fantasy, weekly fantasy, yearly fantasy. I'm in a dynasty league in Sleeper myself. And you can also have a little skin in the game with some more or less, which is exactly what we've done today. For the sake of time, I made my picks on the side while y'all were yapping. And so I've got Thursday Night Football on the docket. I got Dak Prescott with more than 1 passing yard. I feel pretty good about this one, guys. I got Brandon Aubrey making more than 1.5 field goals. I've got Jared Goff with less on 251.5 passing yards, and Jahmyr Gibbs with the more on 72.5 rushing yards. That was for $10 to win $71.80. You too can play Sleeper. Like I said, link is pinned to the top of the description. Use promo code RTS to get that deposit match. You can tail us, you can fade us, but no matter what, use promo code RTS. All right, listen, we've reached the halfway point of the show, which means we got two things. We got super chats, and we got to hear from the fifth member of the panel, big Jags fan, who I know is riding super high right now. Big Jags fan, what's up, brother? How are you?
What's up, guys? And I would like to say to the panel, I did not give up on the Jaguars. I predicted the Colts on a 3 losing streak. Do y'all remember that?
I do.
I thought you picked the Colts to win last week.
Yeah, I was just messing with Derek. I knew they would lose. My 3-game losing streak.
He did say 3 games. He did say 3 games. I will give him credit for that.
I did not give up on us, and I have a new name for Derek. It's Derek Jones and the Indianapolis Giants because Derek. Because
Don't you dare compare my team to the Giants. That joke.
I have to
that
because
joke
Daniel
franchise.
Jones that
Don't
lone
you
season.
dare.
Daniel Jones started 7-1 with the Giants one season and finished 1-6. So that's what he's doing again. That's who he is. And I tried to tell you, but y'all laughed at me. And then my Jaguars stopped Cam Ward to 0 touchdowns. So he's got 5 games to get about 10 touchdowns. That ain't happening. So I'm getting me a jersey. And my Jaguars
Shame on you for doubting, big Jags fan. Shame on you for doubting.
So all my spicy takes I gave you at the beginning of the year, they're all coming to fruition. And it feels good.
All right. Well, who do you have winning this week's games?
Well, Indianapolis is coming to Jacksonville, and they never win there. And I was thinking it was gonna be a lot closer game than it usually is, maybe 28-7, but I'm saying 28-0 blowout now.
Oh, golly. All right. Chiefs, Texans. Who do you have winning that one?
I had the Texans winning that one and taking the Colts wildcard spot, like I said last week. Y'all remember that?
Dude, we beat the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football in Arrowhead. I'm not gonna be able to be quiet on Tuesday.
No, y'all be in the 7th seed if y'all do that.
Oh no, I don't care. I won't be able to shut up because remember I told y'all a couple of weeks ago because of how I started, I'm not worried about the division. Let me get into the playoffs with this defense and let's dance.
And I do hope the Colts get to the 6th seed. So when we finish the 3rd seed, they have to come to Jacksonville again and just get beat again, and we could all laugh at Derek again.
Man, you're out for Colts blood today, my man.
Well, it's just what it is because I tried to say, and y'all all, not all y'all, but Derek did. Remember that big rant he went on when I said they didn't play anybody? Now they just lost to 3 straight non-playoff teams. So when they start playing their hard teams, they're losing them too.
Oh my god!
Hey, I have a positive record, buddy.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
To say he's basically shitting on your team, Ruben.
No.
He's trying to say you're not a playoff team, so you're actually not a good team. So
Don't
That's
direct
right.
the hate to me, Derek.
that's
But
what
so
he's
what-
saying. I'm just interpreting what Big Jags fan
No,
is
he's
saying,
really
man.
looking at the playoff picture and saying that the teams that you lost to are not in that playoff picture, is what he's
That's
saying.
right. That's all I'm saying. And Houston will be in that playoff picture when we help them out by beating the Colts, and they'll beat the Texans. I mean, they'll beat the Chiefs, and they'll be right there in there. And then we'll get to come back and see Derek cry again.
Oh my goodness! All right, big Jags fan. Way to drop the mic. Appreciate you, brother. You have a beautiful night, and we'll hear from you next week.
10-4.
Derek,
man.
Derek should get his rate doubled for this show. This is show.
Listen, it's about to get worse because we have another Jags fan calling in. We got Jaguar Bucky.
Yeah, but he's Jaguar
Jaguar
Buckeye. He's
Bucky.
Jaguar Buckeye,
Or Buckeye,
though,
Buckeye,
because
yeah.
he's an Ohio State fan like Derek.
let's
So
go.
let's see which angle he takes.
All right, let's see. What's up, Jaguar Buckeye?
Hey guys, what's going on?
What's up, brother?
Hey, Dalton, I just wanted to get one. Duval. Duval. Yeah, man. But I'm just really fired up. This past weekend for me was really good because I am an Ohio State Buckeyes fan, and they beat that team up north on Saturday, and that was just really fun to watch. It was so satisfying. Kicked their asses, man. And then got to see the Jaguars do the exact same thing to the Titans. Sorry, Michael, but I know you're probably used to that kind of thing. So at this point in the season, but
I'm making my list, my friend.
Yep. Yes, sir. But yeah, I'm just really excited though about where this Jaguars team is going. I did not expect them to be 8-4. At this point in the season, I thought maybe it was going to be maybe a bit of a down year with a new young coaching staff, some new players. I thought maybe 4 or 5 wins at this point in the season, but man, 8-4 is just all good. I mean, this is the third, I think the third year out of the last 4 where I think they've been able to come into December to play meaningful football, and I think it's been kind of a renaissance for this team because I don't think they really had a stretch like this, in the past couple of years, outside of these last 4 or 5 years or so, where they've been able to do that consistently. Like 2017 was a one-off year. I think the last time this happened, I want to say the Del Rio era, like 2005, 2010, around that time, I think was the last time they were able to come into December and just, at least play some meaningful games, make it dent in the playoff picture. So, I mean, I don't know if that maybe speaks to somewhat of the culture shift that the front office and the ownership has been doing over the past couple of years, but I mean, it's been working. I mean, I'm just so excited to get to watch December football, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, we're not used to this territory, right? And like now
No.
the big test for the Jaguars is like we got to figure out a way to do it again because we made the playoffs, we won playoff games, but then the next year we fall flat. That's the next test is go out and do it again.
Yes, for sure. And I've heard this team, I've heard the Jaguars described as the Jack Sparrow of the NFL because, they'll go out there and they'll have like some absolutely amazing games, blow out opponents. And then, they'll have some other games where like the Texans game where they're always up there. They're up there for like the entire game. Then towards the end, they just mess it up or, they go into overtime with teams like the Raiders and Cardinals. But obviously they still pulled it out in the end because of, hijinks and different kinds of stuff. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm still pretty confident about where this team is going to go. I think they're still going to, honestly, I think in my opinion, I think they're going to win the division. I'm going to go out and say it. So I think they get at least 11. I think they get 10 wins. I think they realistically need 11, but I think they'll probably end up with 10 somehow. Probably lose a game they're supposed to win, but I think they got it though.
Yeah, no, it's a good year. Not something we were expecting for sure, but it's been a lot of fun.
All right, Jaguar, Buckeye, congratulations on both your teams winning at this point in the year, man.
Yes, sir.
That's gotta
Yes,
feel
sir.
really good.
It
All
really
right, brother,
does.
have a good one.
All right. Yeah, you too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Later. All right, man. Listen, somebody's asking, how do you call in? You have to be a Patreon member. Link is in the description. You just got to become a Patreon member. You'll get the link every single week to call in. You can talk your trash. That is how you're
I think
able
as a
to call into
YouTube
the
member,
show.
though, YouTube member gets to call in, right?
Not that I know of, man. I'm pretty sure it's Patreon only, as far as what I know. So I could be wrong on that, but that's what I was told.
Because I think a Jags
the
fan called
higher-ups.
in. Yeah, I think that's a Jags fan called in last week that had the YouTube membership and was able to get in. So I don't know. Well, if that's the case, then for sure. I know for sure you can get onto Patreon. All right, let's fire through these super chats real quick. We've got SSG coming in saying, Derek, how you like that L we handed you guys at home? It's a tough episode for you, Derek. I apologize. Biggs, who asked the last question, says UCF Cook on Derek Colts choked first place Duval. UCF Jaguar, you have the power Red Ranger, brother. Derek is crashing out, my boy. DTWD. Well, let's go. Hey, he's feeling it right now. He's feeling it, and I love the energy.
Yeah, he is. All caps too. Tighten Up says, can we get the panel's current AFC South Division champs? Okay, we just did it. That's perfect. We went through that, so we got you covered. Tapa says Indiana Jones getting $250 million.
I hope so. Dude,
I'll tell you
hope
what.
they
If
extend
it
them.
goes the way that this panel seems to think it's going, then Ballard won't be the one making the decision. Just saying.
I mean, I don't know. Y'all gave 2 first rounds up for Sauce, and that was a pretty big payment in itself.
Did that at a time you were 8-2, or you were 8-1, something like that. So yeah, it was a different time.
It's a shame y'all don't get him against the Jaguars, man. Sauce is gonna be out.
Yeah,
we got a couple new members.
Then Ward got cooked by Nika. It was just nasty.
Yep.
We didn't even talk
new
about
member.
Stingley.
Biggs, new member. Appreciate you. Reagan says it's not the Loud House, it's the Stroud House.
Stroud House. Even
How
Pat
do we call
McAfee
in?
says
Let you
Even
guys
Pat
know.
McAfee says it, dude.
DV says, Dalton, why don't you ever go to a game? Yeah, Dalton.
He's
why
got a
don't you ever
kid.
go to a game.
I mean, to be honest, I used to go to a lot of games, but I've kind of found my niche, and that's kind of going live here on YouTube. I mean, I really do enjoy doing it. I will go in the right opportunity. Like, I almost was going to go to the Jags Colts game because Hard Rock actually hit me up, and they were going to basically offer me up cabana pool tickets and all this stuff. But the issue is I'm going to a bachelor party this weekend, and I won't be able to get there in time. But I've gone to a lot of games, but to be honest with you, I feel like my purpose in Jaguars Nation is to do these live streams and provide some, basically something for people out of town or people without friends and family to watch with. That's why I go live on YouTube and I'm able to kind of party with you guys.
Hey, I'm just saying that's a pretty sweet deal, though, man. That's a sweet deal. Just go to the bachelor party, shake your Duval dinky. It's all good.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get another Rove video next week. How about that?
There we go. Listen, I can't put up Ace Hurt's comment, but he's worried about Derek. Let's just say that he's worried about Derek.
Thank you for not putting that up.
Yeah, Red Raider says Jags are running the division in the treadmill. They're running, but they ain't going nowhere. All right.
Interesting. Okay.
Billy says, who gets fired if the Colts miss the playoffs? Ooh, is Steichen gone?
Steichen could be gone. Ballard will be gone. I mean, it might be an organizational reset at that point.
Rando says, what's up, Dalton? Jaguars 13-4. No one can stop us.
I like the energy, man. Realistically, I think down the stretch, the Jaguars split with the Colts. They beat the Jets and who's the other team? The Titans. And then I'll say they lose to the Broncos. That puts the Jaguars at 11-6. I think that gets you the division lead, but we'll see.
El Guapo says that's why you don't count y'all chickens before they hatch at Colts. Yeah,
I've been there before, bro. We were 8-3 last year, and not last year, 2 years ago. It was rough. It was rough times, Derek. I don't envy your position, but you know what? It builds character. There
we go.
This happens too often in our division, though.
Yeah, it happened to the Titans in 2022.
It's true.
Yeah,
that's true. It does happen
way too often here. Derek,
Randall Warriors says, what up? Tekken's my world. Go Jags 13-4. Book it. Love it. Logan says, Colts winning Sunday. JT 30 carries. Ooh, that's probably what it's going to take.
They'll do that, though.
It's happened one time all season, and it happened against Atlanta. That's all. That's the only time.
Eric says we need some Texans and Colts fans calling in. Listen, I told you guys how it's done.
It's always
have we had a single Texans fan call in? Get your pockets up, guys. Come on.
Bro, they're getting out of work right now, bro. It's like it's 6:40 here.
It's 1 hour difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you got that traffic. You know
how bad Houston traffic is.
It's really bad now.
The roads are already fucked up. Traffic that makes it worse.
Man, I had someone calling my last show while he's on his shift at the grocery store. Man, people find a way. Okay,
that's how you do it, right there.
Yes, sir.
El Guapo says, respect to Michael. Stay strong, brother. To major respect to Michael. Rondo says, Texans 2 overrated, Jags 13-4. We fear no one.
Come on now.
Rondo World becomes a new member. We appreciate you. Stan Jr. says, why isn't anyone thinking about the possibility of the Colts and Texans losing on Sunday?
Well, most people are saying the Colts losing on Sunday, but the whole panel or everyone's talking about the Texans winning all of a sudden.
Well, we'll see. We've got predictions coming up. Darth says, if the Jags win the division, at least one playoff game, should Liam Cohen be in the head coach of the year conversation? I think making the playoffs has got to put him in there. I got to say, it's going to be hard to beat Vrabel at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to beat
Vrabel or Ben Johnson. So,
and I don't think postseason affects. I think the awards are given out
regular season award.
So they're number one seed after having a 4-13 year. So it'll be Vrabel's.
Right.
Rocky says, Dalton, meet us at the slab on Sunday. Colts getting that 12th Duval L in a row. Also, let's not act like the Texans didn't get lucky. We've whooped them for 7 quarters this year and another 4 if we see them again.
Talk to them.
Yeah, I mean, I would trust me. I would if I didn't have this thing this weekend, I would have been at this game this weekend. I can tell you that right now.
Biggs 904 says, UCF, let's freaking go. Thank you, Ruben and the Texans. Get the W.
Got to, brother.
Should I throw the red lights back on?
Bro, come on, throw them up.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to. That was a little one-time respect there.
Yeah, it was. It's your boy says, Daniel Jones looking like he's in New York again.
We've been saying it.
The Derrick
That
Jones.
one guy.
The last 2 weeks has been fine, but whatever.
That one guy, Dalton, likes cheap beer too much to attend.
Hold
a
up,
game.
hold up. I'm not paying 23 bucks for a tall boy. Come on now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
get
know
a
how much a
Thursday.
Michelob in my fridge costs?
Get a
Yeah.
michelada.
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot less than that.
I like me a good Michi. There's some good here on Northside.
Free beer's always good. Beer.
Tara says the Colts are still the best. We'll see.
Shout out to Unc.
Tekken is my world says Stroud House sound mad corny. I'm sorry.
Your people named it that. Your spokesperson for your team,
Your people.
Pat McAfee,
You
said that
people. What do
is
you mean,
now
you
the
people?
Stroud House.
And Texans not your people. Texans a Jags fan.
Oh, my fault, Tekken.
It's okay.
DB
Derek's
says
people.
I'm not gonna let you disrespect
DB
Tekken like that. You know.
says going to the game on Sunday from Houston. Oh, I like this.
Ooh,
Wow,
shout out
he's a
to
Jags
you.
fan in Houston. Let's go.
Big says Red Ranger says Michael has the power to just tighten up. Big Jags fan says, let me see those Hard Rock tickets, my boy.
Double meaning.
And then and then Rocky says Danny Crimes for stealing the money from the Colts.
That's creative.
That is very creative. I like that. That's a good one. And we got to get to our other sponsor here. So let me share the screen. Get this one pulled up. There we go. All right, listen. RotoWire is the best tandem fantasy football app out there. If you use RotoWire for your fantasy football, I guarantee you will make better lineup choices. But also, you can use it for your degeneracy. If you like to play some daily fantasy pick'em, like we do here with Sleeper, you can go pick Sleeper, and you can look at your AI generation of who to place some Skrilla on. So, for example, they like Tyrod Taylor this week for more on 170.5 passing yards. They love Jonathan Taylor on the 92.5 with the more. What they don't like is CJ Stroud on the 236.5. They're fading him. And same thing with Quinshon Judkins. You've got a meter here on the left that's going to tell you how confident they are in each pick. So definitely check them out, whether it's for fantasy help or help on your daily fantasy sports pick'em. Either way, use promo code RTS to get your discount of 15% off. Link is in the description. All right, fellas, it's time to get into some week 14 previews. Let's get through these very, very quickly. We've got 3 games to choose from because obviously the Colts play the Jaguars. We'll start with the Browns. Raise your hand. Actually, no, this one is actually a possibility. We're going round robin on this one. We'll start with you, Ruben. Titans at the Browns, 1 p.m. Eastern. Who do you have winning this game? What's your score prediction?
You know what? Let's go, Michael, man. Let's go. Cam Ward gets a victory over his best friend, Shedeur Sanders. I'm sure Michael was watching their YouTube series right before the draft and, thinking one of these guys could potentially be my quarterback. No, but let's go ahead and give it to Cam Ward. He definitely needs one. The Titans organization, they need one. Shedeur already got his win. Let's go Tennessee 14, Cleveland 10.
Did you say something about my quarterback? Because
What?
It's my quarterback.
Oh,
little TL action. That's his quarterback. All right, listen, Dalton, who do you have winning this game?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Titans to win because I want Michael to sweat a little bit about getting the number 1 pick. I don't want it to be that easy for him. Okay, so we're gonna give them the W, and they're gonna win 17-14.
Oh, please punish me with the win.
This poor guy has dealt with this all season long, and now you're wishing this juju on him. You are an evil, evil man. All right, Derek, talk to me. Who wins this game?
Michael, I think I'll give you the mercy and say that the Cleveland Browns will put you out of your misery. We'll keep you in the losing column because that's what Tennessee needs right now. Cleveland wins this one by a final score of 17-10.
All right, Michael, talk to me. Who wins this one?
All right. It's generational versus legendary. So, NFL, I basically told you, flex this game. It's going to be a good one. Even though it's 2 bad teams against each other. What the hell is there to lose, NFL? I'm just saying. You're missing out on a golden opportunity here, but that's okay. Regardless, I'm not going to take any shine away from anybody else, so we'll just stick with the 1 o'clock period. However, I am worried about said Myles Garrett. He is inching closer to that sack record. Will he get it on Sunday? I'll say he'll get close, but it's no cigar for him. So I know we're tanking right now, and it's easy to just take the loss. Give me the Titans 17-10. I want this one.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right.
It's so
all right.
hard to tank against your like rookie quarterback because because like you have to get some type of like motion in the right direction, and just getting your ass beat every week it doesn't help.
I mean, if Mike McCoy keeps punting on 4th down, I don't understand the guy. I don't understand the guy, bro. Why are you punting on 4th down when you're down 20?
Even Cam Ward don't like it. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure this out. It's not adding up.
Like it would be like 4th and 4 from their own 40. They're down 20 points, and he's like punting the ball. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Just try.
Doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
If you're going to be ass, at least try to just put your ass into it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
I like it.
Bars.
I like it.
Got a little stiffy there.
Bars. Yeah, that's a song there. All right, listen. The other 1 o'clock game, an absolute banger within the division. Colts at Jaguars, 1 p.m. Eastern. No Sauce Gardner in this one. How
are we doing this one next? This is the big matchup here.
Whoa. We got a Sunday night football game. We go in order in which the games are played here, sir.
No. It's okay. Come on, let's
No. We got it. We got a little Sunday night football game that we got to get into. That's also
we
a
should
big
be
game,
flexed
right?
up to the last picks, but it's fine. Do your thing.
Nobody wants Chris Collinsworth.
I checked the flex schedule on the order in which we talk about these games, and no dice. I'm sorry. I'm keeping the Texans and the Chiefs. All right, so it's the way this thing works. All right, listen. Let's talk about this game though, because it is a big game for sure. Michael, you're not involved in it, but I am curious to see what your thoughts are. You picked the Jags to win the division. I'm assuming you're going to pick them to win at home in this game. Colts at Jags. What's your score prediction?
I got to back you up on there and correct you just for a moment. I picked the Texans, my original pick.
Oh, you did pick the Texans, but you picked the Jags to finish second. Pretty sure. So
I did, but I also left out a very serious part. I do see each three teams getting into playoffs this year because the Chargers are falling apart. I just don't see that happening for them right now. So there you go in the chat. That's my gift to you. So thank you for the love. However,
all right,
I got to handle business on this game. Jags, Colts. So, Indiana Jones. Can you run away from that boulder one more time? Are we going to pull out a little bit of that Spielberg magic and see you just overcome it? Or are we going to get another bad 2 movies out of this? But then again, Dalton, Jags are still banged up on defense. I mean, you kind of hang around. You let us hang around in the 4th quarter, man. So I'm kind of shocked about that.
We won 25-3.
But you let us hang around in the 4th quarter. Even though we couldn't do shit, you still let us hang around.
Okay.
I got to go with my gut on this one, and I'm just going to say it. Indiana scares me, but the Jags scare me even more. Sorry, Derek. Indiana Jones is getting run over by that boulder. Give me the Jags in this one, 23-17.
I knew it.
I knew it was coming too. We all did, but it was the anticipation that was killing us. All right, Ruben, who do you have winning this one? Colts at Jaguars, 1 p.m. Eastern.
I have Jacksonville winning this one. If you're Indianapolis, how do you stop the bleeding? And I don't know if this is true or not, but someone put in the comments like right at the beginning of the show that the Colts haven't won in Jacksonville since Obama was in office. I don't know if that's
2013 was the last time we won. I think
that's crazy.
Yikes.
That's like a long time ago.
That is so. I was
like a long time
in high
ago.
school,
even with Blake Bortles.
Yeah,
even
Blake
with Blake
never
Bortles. Lost to him.
There was a year when Andrew Luck was prime and everything, and we lost the game 6-0 there. We
Cody Kessler, baby.
Well, okay. Well, I'm sticking with my pick. I do have this being a fun game, though. I'm going to go 30-27 Jacksonville. We get a Cam Little 45-yard field goal.
All right. I like it.
Like a
All
chip
right.
shot, man.
Duval, it's time to shine, my man. Dalton, who do you have winning this game?
Yeah, biggest AFC South game of the year, biggest game for the Jaguars of the year, biggest game for the Colts of the year. And, this one right here, it's for sole possession of first place in the AFC South. Winner gets to control their own destiny. And, I'll be honest with this one, like, I don't know what we're going to expect from the Colts, because I know when the Jaguars played the Rams, the Jaguars were totally caught off guard by what the Rams did, because Puka Nacua was out, and Sean McVay ran 12 personnel far more than he's ever ran it in his entire career. So this is the type of game where Shane Steichen could totally throw anything he wants against the wall, and just because this would be the game where they try out anything. So a lot of people sit here and they say, oh, like, all the Colts like to do, they just want to run Jonathan Taylor. That's actually not their game. What they want to do, they want to get a lead on these teams with Indiana Jones, and then they want to pound the rock with Jonathan Taylor. But if you can get that lead on them, that's why they're not running Jonathan Taylor in the second half of these games. So many times they say, we hear Derek got to these losses, like, oh my God, like we stopped handing the ball to Jonathan Taylor. We stopped doing it. Well, the difference is they're not killing opponents in the second half anymore. So the Jaguars, they need to get a lead early. This is strength on strength, because the Jaguars have the #1 rush defense in the NFL. They don't let running backs go off on them, but they also haven't played a running back as good as Jonathan Taylor. So it's an insane matchup here. But I just think the Jaguars are running so hot. That place is going to be insane on Sunday. I'm just warning you now, it's going to be insane. How do the Colts respond? I mean, this is one of the most important games in recent Colts history. I mean, I don't think I'm misspoken here where I say, like, this is a huge one, because, man, this could totally flip the division around. Winner of this takes an insane lead. Loser of this, I think the Jaguars are in a little bit better spot to lose, just because of the upcoming schedule. But, man, if the Colts lose, they're in a bad spot for sure. So I'm going to say the Jaguars win this one. I'll say 31-21.
So you're going to put them in that bad spot. Derek, fight back, man. Please pick the Colts for everybody's sake. Who you got in this one?
I've told everyone I wouldn't pick the Indianapolis Colts to win in Jacksonville until they proved to me that they could. I've been saying that, this Dalton's not wrong when he says that if the Colts lose this one, the season could be in jeopardy. It very well could. And, I'm on my last whim here when it comes to this team. I really am. Like, honestly, if we do lose this game, I don't know how I feel about this team's chances going forward. I'm pretty sure we have like barely a 50% chance of making it to the playoffs at this point if we lose. I'm going to go against my better wishes and do the opposite of what I've been telling people for the last several years. It's my last ditch effort in hoping that the Colts, knowing how important this moment is, will find a way to break another curse this year. We've already broke the week 1 curse this year. I think this might be the time we could potentially end the Jags curse, because the script feels like that's what it should be. So give me the Colts 24-21.
No confidence in that.
Oh, all right. Wow. Well, we saved the primetime game for last, much to the chagrin of the Roundtable. But Sunday Night Football, folks. We got some Sunday Night Football. Texans at the Chiefs. Can the Texans put the nail in the coffin of the Kansas City Chiefs, ending this dominant run on Sunday? We'll find out live. Sunday Night Football. All right, fellas. Michael, we're going to start with you. Pick this one.
I'm all bricked up right now. That was hype.
Texans at the Chiefs. Who do you have winning this one, brother?
Man, I hope we don't owe NBC money for that. We'll have to reverse that music when we play it on repeat. So, NBC, it's not what you heard. It was an illusion. Derek, I have given you some upsets this year, man. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm trying to make a point. Ruben, I've given you some upsets this year. So let me just get to the point right away. We got the Kansas City Chiefs at home. They are fighting for air at this point. So I have to think it's a must win for them. But your defense has been playing so good, Derek. I mean, do I go against my better judgment? I mean, defenses are definitely the difference maker, especially in December and January. I'm sorry, Derek, but give me the Texans in an upset 24-16.
I played the Colts last week, but yeah.
I gotta say, well, he knows that the Colts need the Texans to lose this one. But I got to say, the Chiefs' offensive line is banged up. That's not ideal going into this matchup. I know it's a must win, but the Chiefs aren't necessarily the Chiefs. Derek, we'll go to you on this one. Who do you have winning this one? Texans at the Chiefs Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, I mean, this is about as pivotal of a game for Kansas City as it's probably even more pivotal of a game for Kansas City outright than the Indianapolis Colts right now, given the circumstances, of the record. If Kansas City can't get it done here, then yeah, their season will likely be over. And again, you're right. Texans, just with that defense, they always keep them in it, even if their offense doesn't really have much to go off of. I'm picking the Kansas City Chiefs here. I want to pick the Texans, but I think Kansas City being at home in that environment, I just think that they'll be able to score just a few more points during this game than Houston. So I'll go final score of 23-17 Kansas City.
23-17 Kansas City. All right. Dalton, talk to me. Who wins this one? Texans at the Chiefs Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, this one is tough, and I'll just be honest with you. I don't think Kansas City is going to go away this easy. I think they're going to hang around until the final week, and this one is a huge one, man. Especially if it does come down to a potential division race. I mean, you're talking about being able to get the head-to-head tiebreaker over here. It'd be big for Houston just because they got the tiebreaker over Buffalo. They have an opportunity to get it against the Chargers. But I will say Kansas City wins this one. It's just, man, you're talking about a primetime game in Arrowhead. It's going to be a tough one. And they're playing desperate right now. That they weren't desperate already, they will definitely be this one. I think that they knock them down a peg, and then this playoff race just continues to stay tight and interesting.
All right. They're fading you. They are fading you on the panel, Ruben. Are you fading you? Who wins this one? Texans, Chiefs. Do you guys put an end to this dynasty right here, right now?
And that's the goal, is to put an end to this Kansas City dynasty. And what a win this would be for the Houston Texans. And like I mentioned earlier, if you do get this dub on Sunday and you're on a 5-game winning streak, this will be the best 5-game stretch in your career because of who you beat, when you beat them. And after starting 0-3 to now, being where you are now, and now knocking off the Kansas City Chiefs, the conversation about the Houston Texans they are a threat going forward, and you do not want to play them in the postseason. Defense has been the key all year for this Houston Texans team, and it's going to be the reason why they go up there in Kansas City and make life hell for Patrick Mahomes. He doesn't have, I believe, his starting left tackle, the rookie, out for, I believe, the year. And I believe he's missing one of his guards. I think Trey Smith, the all-pro. This is a prime opportunity for DeMeco Ryans and, C.J. Stroud to just announce themselves to the NFL world on primetime football that the Houston Texans are here, and everything changes if you get this W on Sunday against Kansas City and on primetime football. The Houston Texans will win this game 24-17. CJ Stroud is going to look great, and we're going to see a Woody Marks breakout game.
So, Ruben, what you're saying is you're going to tickle Andy Reid's tonsils.
Tickle.
Tickle. All right, man. I love it. I cannot wait for this slate of games. The AFC South is definitely in prime time this weekend. We will all be watching. Cannot wait for next week's show. Before we get out of here, we do have some super chats. Rando says Jags has the most impressive wins of the year right now. I got to say, beating Kansas City, beating the Chargers, beating the 49ers. Outside of division wins, yeah, they've got some pretty impressive ones. Biggs 904 says 1-2, buckle the shoe, Duval. And then Tekken says Colts couldn't beat the Jags in 20 while we tanked.
1-15, baby.
Oh, yeah, I remember that year. We were 15.5-point favorites in that game, and we lost by 6.
That was a different one. That was 21. This one was
21.
This one was we started off 1-0 when we beat y'all.
Why can't y'all win?
Dude, it's something. It's voodoo magic, bro. It's something in the water down there in Jacksonville, bro. It makes no sense. Dude, I had one of the greatest videos on my channel is reacting to that 2021 loss against Jacksonville, the final game. The Colts just had to beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville.
We were 2-14
to make it to the playoffs, and we couldn't do it.
2
And Carson Wentz had the worst
game.
game of his entire career
that game.
in that game.
I remember that game. That was
Duval
awful.
curse.
He had a 4.2 QBR in that game. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, it wasn't really good, to be honest, in my opinion.
No, it wasn't. And I proceeded to have one of the most epic rant that my channel has ever seen because of that game. So.
You do
All
rants?
right, y'all. Yeah. I definitely recommend tuning in to Derek this weekend because that's going to be a hell of a rant. That'll do it for the AFC South Roundtable this week. We will be back next week, same time, same place, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Cannot wait to recap week 14 and preview week 15 for everybody in the chat. Make sure you like, subscribe. Also, if you have not done so, go to the little subscribe button, scroll to the left, hit hype. There's a hype button right there. You can hype us up, get more eyes on the channel. Let's drive this thing up. We had almost 700 strong watching on YouTube alone. Absolute banger of a show this week. Fellas, have yourself a fantastic week. For Ruben, Dalton, Michael, and Derek, I'm your host, Jesse. We will see you next week. Peace.